In this video, we are going to do a quick review of what we have learned in this section, and we have spent the majority of our time working on this Edit Job Page widget because our goal was to see how to work with forms and use them to create and update data in Firestore. And as we have seen, forms give us a way of grouping together multiple input fields so that we can validate and save them in one go. In particular, we have seen how to use the text form field widget, which is very similar to the text field widget that we have used for email and password input. However, I think that the most interesting part of this section was about how we can use Firestore as a backend when we work with forms. And the main idea here is that we can present a form so that the user can enter some data, and we can use this to create a model object that we can pass to our Firestore database class. And in turn, this converts our model into key value pairs that represent documents that can be saved in Firestore. And we have also seen how we can pre-populate our form with the data that comes from Firestore. And while in this case our focus was on saving jobs for our time tracking application, you can take the same techniques and principles that we have covered in this section and use them in your own apps. Finally, I'd like to point out that the submit method of our edit job page is rather large because it includes logic to validate and save the form, to check if a job name was previously used, to choose the job ID depending on whether we are creating a new job or updating an existing one, and then to save the actual job in Firestore and to handle errors as well. And I haven't even added any logic for handling the loading state or the focused nodes for moving from one text field to another. So this code is a bit complex, and we have seen before that it can be beneficial to move logic away from the UI layer and into the data layer. However, I find that in practice, code that deals with forms is easier to set up if we just use a stateful widget. And as long as you have a clear picture of how this flow works, then you should be able to use it as a template when you build forms for your own apps. By the way, by completing this section, we are now satisfied the first 3 requirements on our original list, and we will cover the remaining ones in the rest of the course. So let's continue on the next video.